my Vice Chancellor's speech has clearly taken care of IEEE, which prepares you for skills and industry. So the IEEE modules, if you opt for in these entire 4 years, please opt for that. Please reach out to the faculties. Remember the faces. Take the picture. You're gonna actually see what's your harm. You just have to reach out to their staff rooms or their cabins and please take IEEE lectures, IEEE courses, IEEE certifications, and IEEE content. Even if you are an engineer, if you want to prepare, or if you're a pharmacist but you want to prepare for cyber security, that's IEEE for you. We are Gujarat's first and only IEEE blended syllabus. So please keep these things in mind. This speech is not for any entertainment. We have kept it in the end. So parents, listen to this very carefully. This is not the university which entertains less attendance. The students, the 350 students, what you see across, they are not the volunteers. They are the most talented assets I have. The student who has done this entire arrangement, the white shirt guy, please come ahead. Because before I take your name, your face is more important. He is B.Tech computer engineer Kush Patel. I heard you have already applauded him before. But when you see what's important for me, he's a B.Tech CE guy, but has taken up event management as well. And in the most wonderful way that he failed all the event management guys in 18 years of the legacy of this college. Because last year, if you would have seen the orientation, the very minute details, the curtain, what you see, the mask was some shadi wala print. What he did is my logo colors. But that difference it makes when you are an educated person and still in this, like Mr. Amit Kumar rightly said. So, I was in the first introductory line which I could understand in Gujarati is what he meant is not all uneducated have these professions, but what is the need of our parents? आप एक ऐसी दुनिया में हो जहाँ competition बहुत ही competitive world है. I pardon me if my Hindi is also handicapped, but मेरा बोलने का मतलब है कि अभी जो कंपटीशन है वर्ल्ड में उसमें आपके बच्चे को सिर्फ एक चीज काम नहीं आएगी. उसलिए बहुत particularly the syllabus has been blended in such a way that it has been merged with IEEE. It is Asia's first AI enabled, and the third most important part, again an initiative of my Vice Chancellor, is the thoughtfully picked elective courses. That is why students like Kush come ahead. The elective courses have dance, radio, events, everything in the syllabus, and you get credits for that. For that, this orientation session was necessary. Very carefully read your orientation booklet. When you come tomorrow, you have an entire 4 days orientation lectures. Each one of them would be speaking at length and would be giving you the details.
Good morning, everybody. I still have 5 minutes to say good afternoon. Good morning. Good morning. So, first of all, I would like to thank Gandhinagar University for this opportunity. Wherein, so I am Pramod, I am a staff of IEEE. I don't know how many of you are aware of IEEE here. If you can just raise hands if you have heard the name IEEE or if you are using any of IEEE's technologies in today's world. Anybody knows about IEEE here? I know you're all freshers and you'll get along with IEEE throughout your life from here onwards. Okay, let me reiterate or rephrase my question. How many of you use Wi-Fi here? Raise your hands. Okay, Bluetooth? Okay, TCP/IP, like the internet, Ethernet card, right? So all these things comes from IEEE. We don't know that regular, in a day-to-day life, we've been using a lot of IEEE technologies. We do use, have you heard of a glucometer that we use to test the blood sugar? So it has IEEE standards within. That means globally, if you want to test your blood sugar and to get the actual, the standardized result, it should follow a lot of standards. So IEEE plays significant role. So how many of you are, want to become AI specialist here? AI engineers, or how many of you are in the engineering background on this, session today? So if you have not heard anything about what is IEEE's contribution towards AI, which is currently, the buzz of the world, and everybody wants to become an AI specialist or AI engineer, right? So there is something called ethical AI. That means any machine learning or any AI driven product that needs to come to the market, those products need to get comply to a lot of standards, and IEEE plays a very significant role in defining standards for it. And so if you come across an autonomous car, driverless car, right, wherein the car itself drives on its own, and the software or an algorithm which is being designed in such a way that the car will always think that it should safeguard people sitting inside the car, but technically and ethically also, the car should also protect the people outside of the vehicle. So there is something called ethical AI in system design, and that's a standard that is derived and defined by IEEE, which globally everybody uses it. The reason why I'm giving you some background about IEEE here is that Gandhinagar University has a close collaboration with IEEE. IEEE being a not-for-profit organization, a volunteer-driven organization which has about 500,000 members worldwide, and it also, has more than 150,000 student members worldwide. And in India, we have close to about 75,000 student members. And Gandhinagar University also has IEEE student branch, wherein if you want to associate with IEEE, reaching out to IEEE individually, it's very difficult. But through a college, it becomes easier for you to reach out to IEEE and do a host of IEEE activities. You want to do hackathon, you want to do ideathon, or you want to do some technical talks. You want to reach out to somebody in Intel or Qualcomm or Wipro, Infosys, you name the company, Fortune 500 companies. IEEE has its members there, professional members, and it becomes easy for you to connect to them through IEEE network. And as part of our collaboration with Gandhinagar University, we also have the educational platform called Blended Learning Program, which I manage for India and Asia Pacific, wherein it houses about 250 courses. So today, you are in the first year, but as and when you progress from year on year, from first year to second year and second year to third year, you will realize that today the market does not just require the degree or a certificate that you possess. What it requires is the skill development. Today a lot of companies, they look for the skill set than just a degree or a degree certificate. Probably you can ask your maybe your brothers, your cousins, or your neighbors or your friends who are currently working in some organizations. Hardly, maybe during the evaluating their qualifications, they might look for your degree certificate. Otherwise, what they see is your skill set. So if you look at Government of India's initiative on skill development, there is something called Skill India, right? That's a very, very flagship program of Government of India. The reason being, today, if you look at the employability ratio, there are so many graduates who come out of universities, right, with a lot of specialization, IoT, cyber security, AI, data science, blockchain, and several. I'm just not taking the technical side of it because IEEE is purely into technology. So what it requires, along with your day-to-day curriculum and learning, you also need to learn a lot of value-added courses to get acquainted with the skill sets. That's what, not just Skill India program, even a lot of skill development corporations in the states, under the government of different states departments, they do focus more on and emphasize more on skill development. It's too early for you to digest all these things, but what is important, if I just want to give you some stats and figures, wherein if you look at the IoT market, by 2017, where it was, probably about 230 billion market globally, but by 2027, the global market size for IoT itself, because IoT now has different verticalization, right? IoT for healthcare, IoT for agriculture, IoT for automobile, all of that. So the market size is about 600 billion. Can you just believe? It has grown 3 to 4 folds over a period of time. Not just that, if you look at AI today, everybody is talking about AI, but the first article in IEEE, on AI was published in 1950s. That means the buzzword of AI has been there for so many years, but now everybody, whole market is moving towards AI, Gen AI, NLP, and of course, 2026 is going to be quantum year for India. India is developing a quantum, machines. So what you need to do is that now you need to look at the market size for different technology areas. I just talked about AI market size by 2026 globally is going to be around 400 billion, not a small number. That means you are going to compete with the global resources once you graduate. You may think that jo ho jayega dekh jayenge. I mean, we'll just see once we graduate. It takes another 4 years for you to do it, but it's the right time for you to think about your career. And don't think that the moment you join university, I'm talking agnostically because I don't want to talk in favor of any university, because IEEE it's a neutral body. So what is important for you is that when you are joined a university or a college, it is always it is equally a responsibility of every student to take up the value-added programs and learn along with what is being taught inside the classroom. Because what happens, some of the programs that comes from IEEE and different organizations, they are all industry-driven. That means those courses are defined by industries. So you have access to those courses in Gandhinagar University, wherein IEEE will give a certificate which is globally recognized. Not just that, those are all certificate courses, right? Certification courses are something wherein around 300 plus companies globally have posted in their job portal that they prefer to hire IEEE certified engineers. You name the company, because IEEE certifications are agnostic. It doesn't talk about technology or a tool which is proprietary to any organization. Whether it is software engineering body of knowledge, which is the only guideline available for software engineering throughout the world, and it comes from IEEE. So similarly, there are so many certified, as I mentioned, certified as well, it's only from IEEE. So apart from the curriculum or the learning side of it, like I mentioned, the Gandhinagar University has student branch, so you can become a member of IEEE and be part of the student branch and host a lot of IEEE activities and build a network with the people in the industry. So if I have to reach out to let's say a VP of Intel, as an individual it is difficult for me, but the moment you say I'm an IEEE member, so it opens a gateway for you to reach out to IEEE members worldwide, to any company, to any flagship universities. So with that note, I just want to conclude my talk, which emphasizes that now Gandhinagar University has a collaboration with IEEE, and like I mentioned before, IEEE is a 140-year-old organization having its presence in 183 countries. Not just that, it's a feather in the cap for IEEE that 27 Nobel laureates are from IEEE. That means you know what kind of technology work that happens in IEEE. Today we are using 5G, but IEEE has already defined standard for frugal 5G. Then we are working on now 6G standardization. So IEEE is at least about 10-15 years ahead of what we are using today. So I talked about Wi-Fi standard, right? Wi-Fi is very popular, everybody uses. Just imagine 8 billion devices gets connected to Wi-Fi every day in airport, in different places. There is a new standard coming up in 802.11. It's a series which helps you to connect to your own SSID at your home using your service provider outside. So today what's happening, when you connect to your SSID at home, the moment you stepped out of your home, you have to switch back to your data, or you have to search for open Wi-Fi, right? But the days will come when currently the work is going on, wherein if you are using, let's say, Airtel broadband at home, and Airtel has a lot of towers outside, right? When you step out of your home and if you have a 300, 400 Mbps speed at home, you can still connect back to your house SSID using the service provider. That is the kind of Wi-Fi standards which is going to come. So when you associate with IEEE, you will learn a lot more, and it will help you to get abreast with what's happening outside the world. So along with your curriculum, academic learning, it is also important for you to associate with the technical and professional bodies like IEEE, where Gandhinagar University is going to open avenues for you, which will help you to shape your life for sure. With that note, I would like to conclude, and all the best for all of you. I think it's a first day in the campus, and I wish you all the best for all the 4 years journey in this university. Thank you so much.